Bonjour mes amis, bonsoir. Aujourd'hui, nous continuons avec le chapitre 5. On commence avec une petite révision et puis on étudie les verbes en RE et les pronoms I et en. Commençons. Petite révision, l'article partitif du, de la, des. As we said, this article is used with nouns of unspecified quantity. So it would translate in English as some, or it's often used where we would have no article in English. Par exemple, how would you say this? I eat chocolate every day. Chocolat is masculine in French. Je mange du chocolat tous les jours. So as we said, you have to have some sort of article in front of a noun in French. We're not specifying a lot of chocolate, a little chocolate, a gram of chocolate. We just say some chocolate, unspecified quantity. So it defaults to the partitive. Je mange du chocolat. How would you say he has patience? This is feminine in French. Il a de la patience. De la patience. So it's used obviously with concrete nouns and abstract nouns. And when you do specify a quantity, it doesn't have to be specific. You could just say a lot of, beaucoup, or a little, or you could be very specific, 30 grammes de. You always use de, always followed by de. How would you say, I have a lot of friends? J'ai beaucoup d'amis. Beaucoup d'amis. So even though ami is plural, you would not say des amis. I see that so often. It's an error. Beaucoup de. It's always beaucoup de. De, or in this case, d apostrophe, because of the voyelle. Beaucoup d'amis. Okay, so this is a summary of everything we've learned about articles. We started off with the this en, une, the indefinite article, which means a or one. We could also say des here to mean some. Le, la, les came next. These are the definite articles. It can refer to a specific noun, the apple on the table, la pomme sur la table, or it's used after a verb of preference, aimer, adorer, détester, préférer. How would you say, I love chocolate? J'aime le chocolat, right? Du, de la, des, that's the partitive, that's what we just talked about. De, after an expression of quantity. And then don't forget that the pas de comes, the en, une, du, de la, des change to de in the negative. So le, la, les does not change, but you would say pas de for everything else. Okay, here's the real test. Pratiquer, this is just for practice. Pause your PowerPoint and insert the articles referring to this table right here. You should be able to determine which article to use in every blank. This brings everything together, so this is not going to be easy. Okay, so pause it and let's see what you do. Okay, you're back, right? Yes. This first one, j'adore, what did you put? Le chocolat. Why? Verb of preference. Je mange du chocolat, unspecified quantity, tous les jours. Je mange une boîte de chocolat chaque jour. Une boîte is a specific quantity, a box of chocolates. Chaque jour, mais je n'achète pas de chocolat blanc. Tom mange. What are you saying here? He eats an apple every day. One apple, right? Une pomme. Tous les jours. Il achète 1 kilo de pommes. That's a specific quantity. Au supermarché. Mais il n'aime pas. It's a negative, but it's also a verb of preference. So, les pommes vertes. How about this one? Marie ne mange pas de. Yes, this would be pas de viande. Elle est végétarienne. mais elle adore les légumes. Pourquoi? Verbe de préférence, adorer. Elle achète beaucoup de. I do not want to see des here. I do not want to see an S. It's an expression of quantity, so it's always de. Elle aime les fruits. Oui, verbe de préférence. J'adore la pizza. Je mange une tranche. A slice. Une tranche de pizza. Expression de quantité. Tous les jours. Je préfère la. Préférer, verbe de préférence, avec des oignons. Des oignons, this is the partitive. I prefer pizza with onions. Je ne mange pas de pepperoni. Très bien. How'd you do? There is a set of flashcards that uses all of these, practices all of these articles. So practice the flashcards if you're still unsure. Okay, les verbes réguliers en RE. So there are three sets of regular verbs in French. The first group is by far the largest. It's the ER verbs. You remember those, and we had the boot, where the verbs in the boot were pronounced the same. So you should have your ER verbs. You should know those backwards and forwards. There's so many ER verbs. The second one, which we learned, were the IR verbs, right? Finir, choisir, etc. And this is the last group. These are the RE verbs. Look how easy this conjugation is, okay? S, nothing. So you take off the RE for je, S, tu, S, for il, elle, on, add nothing. And then these endings here for the plurals, you've seen these before. These are the same endings you use for the ER verbs, right? Okay, these are the group of RE verbs. Attendre, to wait. Descendre. Entendre. Watch the pronunciation between attendre and entendre. En is nasal. Perdre. Rendre. Rendre visite à. So this is to visit a person. You have to use rendre visite à une personne. You cannot use the verb visiter. The verb visiter is to visit a place. Répondre is always followed by the preposition à. So how would you say, I respond to the professor? Je réponds au professeur. A plus le makes O, A-U. And mordre, to bite. Pratiquer. So do not look at your book. I bet you can spell these verbs without looking, because we already learned the rule here. S, nothing. O-N-S, easy, E-N-T. You've already memorized it, okay? So pause the PowerPoint and write these answers, okay? Okay. This is what you got, of course. Tu entends, répondre, vous attendez. Oui, facile. Pas de problème, oui. Ok. Le pronom I. Question. Tu vas parfois au restaurant? Do you sometimes go to a restaurant? Tu vas parfois au restaurant? Oui. J'y vais parfois. I go there sometimes. J'y vais parfois. Tes amis étudient à la bibliothèque? How would you say they study there? Ils y étudient. Répétez. Ils y étudient. Yes, don't forget the liaison. Vous allez manger au restaurant ce week-end? How many verbs here? 2 verbs. This is the future, right? Vous allez, you're going to eat. Vous allez manger au restaurant? Je vais y manger. Répétez, je vais y manger. On va en cours pendant les vacances. En cours. You go to class during vacation. On n'y va pas. You don't go there. No. Ok. Le pronom I usually translates as there. Okay, quelle page? À quelle page? 159. Okay, so it generally replaces a preposition, except for de, plus a noun. What does that mean? So it usually replaces a location. So à is the normal preposition you would use to replace à plus a location. At the library, at a restaurant, or in San Diego, and then it appears before the verb. Okay, so tu vas à San Diego. How would you say I go there? J'y vais. Notice you have the apostrophe. You have the elision because the E is like, because E is like a vowel. Yes, so j'y vais, I go there. How about the negative? Where do you put the ne pas? Je n'y vais pas. Répétez. Je n'y vais pas. Yes, so that the pronoun sticks to the verb like super glue. The ne has to make room for it. And notice that you have the N apostrophe here because the E is a vowel. If there are two verbs, it goes in between the two verbs. Tu vas manger à Denny's. You're going to eat at Denny's. So I'm going to eat there. Je vais y manger. So now you put it in between the two verbs. Je vais y manger. How about negative? Je ne vais pas y manger. It's just normal, ne pas, go around the verb. Très bien. Ok, autre pronom, le pronom en. Tu manges de la viande? How do you say? Yeah, I eat it. I eat some. J'en mange. You could say j'en mange parfois, j'en mange beaucoup. Tu manges beaucoup de fruits et légumes? How do you say? Yeah, I eat a lot of them. J'en mange beaucoup. Tu as des frères? How do you say? I have one or I have two. J'en ai un. Ou j'en ai deux. Ou j'en ai trois, etc. Or négatif, je n'en ai pas. Tu vas faire du shopping ce week-end? Du shopping? How many verbs? Two verbs. You're going to go shopping this weekend? Je vais en faire. Okay. All these underlined phrases have what in common? They begin with a variation of de. De là, de, des is de plus, is the plural, right? Du is de plus le, right? So the pronoun en replaces de plus a noun. And again, the position is before the verb. Tu achètes du fromage. Do you buy cheese? How would you answer that? Oui, j'en achète. Negative. Je n'en achète pas. So again, it's N apostrophe and J apostrophe because it begins with a vowel. If there are two verbs, just like the E goes in between the two verbs. Tu adores faire du ski? J'adore en faire. I love to do it. Negative. Negative, I didn't write it, but it's je n'adore pas en faire. How about this? Il y a des étudiants sympas dans la classe. So, il y a, you already know this expression, so you've already seen the E. It means there is, or there are. Are there nice students in the class? How do you say, yes, there are some. Now you're going to have both the E and the en. Il y en a. Il y en a. So the en also replaces a number plus a noun. So j'ai 5 frères. How do you say I have 5 of them? J'en ai 5. So you have to repeat the number. Okay, pratiquer. This is just for practice, not for homework. try answering both affirmative and negative. The first thing you need to do is decide whether the underlined phrases are going to be replaced by I or en. Okay, so pause the PowerPoint, and you're also looking to see if it has one verb or two verbs. Okay, pause it. You're back. Is this what you got? J'y vais, je n'y vais pas. Ils en mangent, ils n'en mangent pas, etc., etc. That's what you got with the two verbs. The pronoun goes between the two verbs. Okay, pratiquer. There are flashcards on the website, so practice the flashcards. And a very similar activity, I would practice the flashcards first before you do the homework, but it's the same as the previous exercise. Tu habites à Los Angeles? You can answer truthfully. Oui, j'y habite. Oh non, je n'y habite pas. Okay, with I or en. Homework, les devoirs. We have flashcards on the articles. This is honestly perhaps the most difficult concept we're doing all semester for this whole class, figuring out these articles. But there are definite rules, so you can master this. Just practice the flashcards. That will help you a lot. The RE verbs, I included the regular and the irregular verbs, which we will learn later in the chapter. So don't get worried if you see these verbs and you don't know what the heck is going on. You can just fast forward in the chapter a little bit and you'll see those prendre, apprendre, comprendre. And then practice I et en. Bonne journée, c'est le chapitre final, oui. Au revoir.